Hello everyone, welcome back to the next video. In this video I will show you how to animate a 3D GLTF model in ThreeJS. So let's get started. So first let me show you guys the output. So here so I have downloaded a GLTF model using this. So just go to this repository, you can go to models, and here you can just pick any model you feel like. I have selected this Fox model. So this Fox model and I went to GLTF binary and I downloaded this. Then I'm using Vite to create a project. So I'm using vanilla HTML, CSS and JavaScript, TypeScript actually I'm using, but I have just dragged and dropped that fox.glb inside this public folder. Then you just need to go to main.tss. okay, first let's see the output at the last. So next you need to import few dependencies as well. So first one is this types 3 inside dev dependency, and inside dependency I have only added ThreeJS as the dependency. Okay, next if you see my index.html, all I have done is that I have linked our CSS to our HTML. I have created one canvas element which is required for ThreeJS, and I have also linked our main.ts or TypeScript file to our HTML. Now if you see the styles.css, it is over here. I have just created one canvas element of width and height of this, position absolute, left, top, right, everything is 0, and I have assigned some background color, and for root the margin and padding are 0. Okay, then inside index.html then inside main.ts you first have to import 3. Then you also need to import orbit controls as well as GLTF loader. Then we need to get hold of our HTML canvas element. Then here I have created a ThreeJS scene. Here I am getting the width and height. Here I have created our GLTF loader. Now to animate we have to use this 3 animation mixer as well as animation action, and here you just do loader.load. Whatever is the name of your GLTF file, just use that. And I have just scaled it. You don't have to do this. I mean you can do this particular part, but don't scale it from the very start. If you're using this fox.glb, you can scale it. Sometimes the GLTF model is small at the very start, and if you scale it even further you won't be able to see it. So first just comment this particular part out, and if the GLTF model is huge, then you can just scale it down. Then just add this gltf.scene to your main scene. Here we instantiate our mixer as well. Then here we create this gltf.animation. Now what is this 2, where it come from? So for this Fox we have 3 types of animation, like walk, survey and run. So 2 is for run. Later on I will show you how to get how to know which type of animations are there. You can do it programmatically as well, but I think an easier way is to use another website which gives us what all animations we have. Then here we can use an action as well, and here we just do action.play. The reason why you can do it programmatically to get all the animation inside a GLTF, but typically what happens is that if you have a 3D model, it most likely will be created by you. You won't allow a user to upload a GLTF model. Like there are some websites which do that, but if you are making a game, you won't ask a user to create their own 3D character, right? You will have some 3D character, main character as well as one villain and something like that. You already know what all animations you have, that's why. Okay, then this is for progress. I have just passed undefined to it, but if you want to track the progress you can do that. Then here we have this ambient light as well as directional light. You do add this because sometimes you won't be able to see your 3D model. Then here I have just created one camera. I have set the position of it, and I have added the camera to our scene. Then here I have created orbit controls as well. Then here I have created one renderer, passing our canvas to it. Then I have set the size, set pixel ratio as well, and shadow map enabled is true. Shadow type is PCF, soft shadow map. Then here we added this resize listener as well. So I'm setting the width and height by passing the windows inner width and height, then updating the camera aspect ratio as well, and then we just do update projection matrix. Then here we just do renderer.set size, passing the width and height, and here we set the pixel ratio as well. Then here we create our ThreeJS clock. and this tick function is called every frame per second. So here we are calling it, and if you see inside Windows request animation frame, we are calling this tick function. So here we get delta time and we update. So this is necessary because we want the animation to be continuous. That's why we use this mixer.update passing our delta only if mixer is initialized properly. Then we just do controls.update for orbit controls, and we render our scene again. Okay, now if I show you guys the output, here you can see, like I said, this is how the output looks like. Now just to check the what kind of animations are there, you can just go to GLTF viewer and you can just drag and drop your GLTF file to this. So I have this GLTF, I'll just drag and drop it over here. Okay, not able to drag and drop it, have to go to my project, go to public, I'll have to drag and drop it from here. So here you can see, if you go to the animation tab, it tells you what all animations you have, but be careful, like it is telling you from 1, 2 and 3, but while passing it inside the code you have to like send it from the 0th index. So if I just scroll up, here you can see I can just pass it 0 over here, and command S to save. So here you can see now it is doing survey. If you want to walk, I'll pass it as 1, and here you can see it is walking now. So hopefully you got the point. What if we pass it some other index 4? So here you can see nothing is happening, it just renders our GLTF model. So hopefully you got the point. That's it. I'll just make this back to 1. Thank you for watching. Bye.